Hello and welcome to the things that bother me. Today I will be covering how many small business owners are just as bad, if not worse, than corporations when it comes to fair treatment and low wages. So let's begin. Alright. Let's take the gloves off for this one. This deep dive is going to be blunt, unapologetic, and aimed directly at the heart of the "I can't afford to pay more" excuse. The brutal truth. If your business can only survive by paying poverty wages, it's not a business, it's a modern day sweatshop with a storefront. If you can't afford to pay your workers enough to live, then you're not a job creator. You're a poverty creator. And here's the uncomfortable part. No amount of, "but I'm just a small business owner," changes that fact. In America, we've normalized the idea that entrepreneurship is noble no matter how it's done. But let's be clear, there's nothing noble about building a business on the backs of underpaid workers while you call yourself self-made. Section 1. The myth of the too small business. The story goes like this. I can't pay $20 per hour. I'm just a small coffee shop, a boutique, or restaurant. If I had to pay that, I'd go out of business. That may be true, but that means your business model doesn't work in the real economy. If you can't cover both your expenses and your workers' survival, your business is essentially being subsidized by your employees' poverty. You're pushing the cost of living onto welfare programs, charities, or your workers' second and third jobs. Section 2. The moral problem. A business owner who underpays is basically telling employees, "Your rent, food, and health care aren't my problem, as long as I can get my profit." But every worker is the business. Without them, you have no production, no service, no income. If you treat workers as disposable labor instead of human beings with bills and families, you're not running a business, you're exploiting desperation. Section 3. The economic reality. Some argue that higher wages will destroy small businesses. Let's break that. 1. Living wages boost local spending. When workers earn enough to live, they spend more in their communities, often at small businesses themselves. 2. Low wages keep turnover high. Constantly replacing burned out, underpaid employees costs more than paying fairly. 3. Other businesses already manage. There are coffee shops, restaurants, and small retail stores paying anywhere from $18 to $22 per hour and still thriving, because they price their products to reflect reality. If your business relies on undercutting fair pay to survive, you're not in the free market, you're in the cheap labor market, and you're competing on exploitation. Section 4. The passion project argument. A lot of small business owners say, "But this is my dream. I've worked so hard to build this." No one's saying you don't work hard, but your dream shouldn't require other people to struggle just so you can live it. If your passion depends on someone else's poverty, then you need a different business plan. Period. Section 5. The bigger picture. When small businesses pay starvation wages, it feeds into the exact same system as corporate giants like Walmart or Amazon. What it does in fact is forces workers onto public assistance, depresses wage expectations across industries, keeps the working poor class alive and growing. This isn't just a personal failing, it's part of the reason entire communities stay poor. The non-negotiable truth. Business is a privilege, not a right. If you can't afford to treat your workers as human beings who deserve a decent life, you shouldn't be in business, because you're not building opportunities, you're building exploitation. Your job creation isn't lifting people up, it's keeping them down. You wouldn't accept food that's undercooked, a building that's half built, or a car that's unsafe. So why should we accept a business that can't even afford to pay its people enough to live? If you can't afford to pay a living wage, you can't afford to be an employer. End of story. Thank you for stopping by today. Please like, comment, and please subscribe. I am a new channel having no luck with getting subscribers. Until next time.